Hi, I'm Julie. I'm the co-founder of Needed. If you haven't yet tested your omega-3 levels, please come by after the talk. So Needed is a nutrition company for women who are in the life stage of before, during, and after pregnancy. It's never too early before you want to conceive to start focusing on your nutrition. And same with postpartum. A lot of women tell us that once they're done breastfeeding or once they're done really carrying baby, they often stop taking their prenatal vitamins. It's really quite important to keep supplementing because in general, a supplement is more for mom than it is for baby. Because of the way our bodies evolve to give preference to the baby, oftentimes mom is the one who ends up depleted without proper supplementation. So just to take a little step back at how I and my co-founder decided to start a company in this space, we were nutrition nerds who spent a lot of time and effort focusing on our nutrition and what we were eating. Both of us did nutrition certifications and tried our best to really get everything we needed from diet alone. And at the time, weren't taking supplements. We were a few years before beginning our journey to motherhood. And actually through nutrient testing, we realized that despite the care and attention really that we put on our diets, we had major deficiencies. And the key one that we shared in common was for omega-3. And as we dug into the research, we were pretty surprised by this at first because we expected we were largely okay based on what we were eating. And the more we dug into the research, we realized we were actually really far from alone. Up to 95% of women are deficient in omega-3, among other nutrients. But I'm going to talk a little bit more about omega-3 today because it is, in my view, the nutrient that OBGYNs most overlook and the one that they really should be focusing on. And we validated this since launching the company and launching our nutrient tests. We validated the fact that 95% of women are deficient through testing 250 women at health events like this. So women who are very nutritionally aware, who are in their childbearing years, and found that 96% are deficient in omega-3 and up to 42% are actually chronically deficient. What that means is that the mom may not have enough omega-3 for baby's needs, let alone for her own well-being. So omega-3, you've probably heard of it. You probably might equate it with fish oil, which is pretty common. It's predominantly found in fatty fish like salmon, herring, sardines, mackerel. Not generally the most pregnancy-friendly foods for a few reasons. One of which is, the obvious that in the first or second trimester or maybe all throughout pregnancy when food aversions are strong, a lot of women are turned off by the idea of eating fish or preparing it at home. And there's also a fear in the prenatal nutrition space around heavy metals that are found in fish. And so a lot of women will choose to avoid fish for that reason. And if you've heard that omega-3 is found in foods like flaxseed or chia seed or nuts or avocado, you're not wrong. But it's a form of omega-3 called ALA. It's a plant-based form that your body actually has to convert into the DHA and EPA forms of omega-3 that are so important for building baby's brain, for your own hormone balance and recovery and mood and brain function. And that conversion rate from ALA into DHA and EPA is less than 1% for a lot of women. So it means it's almost and very likely is impossible to get everything that you need through plant-based sources alone. And really the best food-based alternative that you can get is through fish. What's interesting is that even women who consume the recommended 2 to 3 servings of fish a week can end up being deficient in omega-3 because the quality of our food and the omega content in a lot of our fish isn't what it used to be. Farmed fish, they'll often supplement the fish feed with omega-3, but it's just not as well absorbed as when fish eat microalgae in the wild. For all of those reasons, for most of us, food alone isn't enough, and that's really where a supplement comes into the picture. But the challenge with most supplements is that largely omega-3 is missing from most prenatal vitamins, or if it's in there, it's in a very small amount. because really the main reason is because it affects the taste and palatability of prenatal vitamins. So a lot of manufacturers just leave it out, or they'll put in 30 milligrams when you really need 300 milligrams a day. And that really was what led Ryan and I to start Needed, is the need for a supplement, but one that really worked well in the body, that was well absorbed, that was paired with the nutrients that you need to actually put it to use, and that didn't totally suck to take. And so our first product is an omega-3. It's a powder that is delivered in a kind of cool and unique way. It's called liposomal delivery, and although it sounds pretty scientific, it's actually the way nature delivers nutrition through breast milk. So omega-3 in nature is paired with helper nutrients like choline and phospholipids to deliver the omega-3 to baby. And so we do that. We replicate it in a lab context to ensure that we're really, when we say that you're getting 300 milligrams of DHA, we actually mean it. And we've proven through clinical study that our product is 5 times better absorbed than fish oil pills. We also use microalgae that's grown in a controlled environment, so there's no risk of contaminants, toxins, heavy metals, microplastics, and the like. And algae is actually where fish get their omega-3s from, so it's a more sustainable choice for the environment. So that's where we are today. We just recently launched the nutrient testing as a way for women to really feel empowered to better understand where their needs are. It can be really overwhelming to first learn that you are deficient, but we offer the testing not to scare you, but really to help you better understand what your baseline is so that you can properly supplement or feel motivated to incorporate more fish in your diet and get your levels up. And maybe I'll just speak a little bit more about the benefits of omega-3 and kind of the 3 main phases. I think of it less in terms of the 3 trimesters of pregnancy and more before, during, and after pregnancy. So before pregnancy, omega-3 can really help support egg health, hormone balance, lowering inflammation, all of which is really supportive of conception. And for men, for your partners, omega-3 has been shown through pretty robust clinical research to actually improve sperm count and motility. So it can be a great thing to incorporate for a couple in that kind of trying to conceive phase of life. And then during pregnancy, if you were in your first trimester and didn't eat any fish and didn't take any omega-3, honestly, there's nothing to worry about, because the baby's needs for omega-3 really pick up in the second trimester and the third trimester in the first year of pregnancy, first year postpartum if you are breastfeeding, when baby's brain is really growing pretty dramatically. So in the third trimester of pregnancy, a baby needs about 67 milligrams of DHA a day. Most women take in about 60 from their diet. So you can do the math and quickly see that every single day mom is losing some of her omega-3 stores if she's not supplementing. And omega-3 has been shown to be supportive of a healthy full-term pregnancy, so preventing preterm labor. It can be helpful obviously for building baby's brain, which is probably the reason you've heard of omega-3 if you have for this stage of life. And what's really cool is that it helps mom's mood to stabilize and can be super supportive for postnatal. So we highly recommend continuing to take a supplement and continuing to focus on your own nutrition. It is as, if not more important than solely looking at what baby is getting, especially if you're breastfeeding or if you hope to have another child down the road, because deficiencies tend to compound with breastfeeding and subsequent pregnancies. So with that, I know I've probably spoken a lot about omega-3, but I'm happy to take any questions you have about nutrition in this phase of life. Shellfish and crab, yeah. So it is just in a smaller amounts. And in general, the best ratio of omega-3 in relation to kind of risks with consuming a certain type of seafood, it's best. That ratio is best with fish like salmon and the like, but you can definitely get some through lower in the food chain types of seafood. Yeah. Sure. So the question was, where can you find our products, and then how do you use it? And so we sell our products online at thisisneeded.com. There's information. I have little information packets that I'm happy to hand out along with samples at the end of the talk. We also sell through a network of integrative health practitioners. We think and have found that oftentimes health practitioners are the best able to discern what is a quality supplement from what's not. And when we started out on this journey, we found oftentimes the best supplements are only accessible through one of those practitioners, with brands that are pretty clinical in nature, like orthomolecular or integrative therapeutics. So we set out to create a company that's direct to consumer, but that has practitioner quality supplements available for everyone. So thisisneeded.com is the best place to purchase it. There's a code included in that pamphlet to save. And right now for anyone who chooses not to take your omega-3 test today, we are offering the test for free with the start of a supplement subscription. And then my favorite way to take it is in a smoothie. It's a powder that has a taste that is most reminiscent of the sunflower lecithin that we use as a source of phospholipids. So it's how we form liposomes. You might hear of sunflower lecithin for clogged breast duct. It can be really helpful for that as well, but it also is our source of choline. So sunflower lecithin has a little bit of a nutty flavor to it. Some people who are really, really sensitive to taste can detect a slight amount of the algae that's the source of omega-3, but it's quite well hidden in a smoothie. It's much more mild than spirulina if you've taken that. And the liposomes that I spoke about earlier actually protect the nutrient from oxidation, from interaction with your taste buds and the like. So it's not flavor masked with anything artificial. It's just a natural kind of flavor masking effect. So if you do have a little bit of that algae taste coming up for you, that's what it would be from. Much better than a fish oil pill. Yeah, exactly. I take, I'm in my second trimester now, and my levels do tend to be low. I used to be vegan. I now incorporate fish into my diet, but I genetically am just a poor converter of omega-3. So I'll sometimes even put 2 packets in a smoothie, and even with 2 packets, the taste is not a problem for me. But if it is for you, just send us a note, and we're happy to help you brainstorm different recipes. 1 packet a day is 300 milligrams of DHA and 150 of EPA. Generally, if you do find a prenatal omega-3, it often only has DHA, but EPA is what's supportive for mood, for hormone balance, inflammation, and it also helps DHA cross the placenta. So we include some EPA in our product as well. And the cool thing about our product is that you actually know you're absorbing it. So it's, in general with supplements, it's not like more is better, just like double up or triple up on dosages to get what you need, because your body's pretty efficient at excreting that and has a hard time putting to use like a big quantity of any given nutrient at a single point in time. Yeah. It is. It is. Yes, the dosage levels and recommendations are consistent. If you test your levels and find out that you're super deficient, like I was when I first started on this journey, you can take 2 packets a day or just double up on dosage for a little bit. And then it's optimal to retest your levels after you've been consistently taking a supplement. Yeah. Kids. Yeah. So it's totally safe for the whole family. A lot of women find that if they have young kids, that it's just easy to make a smoothie for themselves and for their kids. And oftentimes the neutral kind of natural flavor mask taste works well for kids, a lot better than like a tablespoon of fish oil or the like. Yeah. Yep. And if you have multiple kids, I would just say split 1 packet between 2 of them, and it'll be a safe dosage for them to take every single day. Or if you just do it like once a week or twice a week, then you can throw a full packet into whatever they're eating. Any other burning prenatal or postnatal nutrition questions? Great. Well, if you haven't done the testing, I'll stick around for a little bit to continue testing your levels. And if you have, thank you so much. And please come grab some free samples of product. Thank you.